Welcome to Mixtapes and Mopeds with Red Wheels and Panda, the fastest growing podcast on the planet. Big shout out to our fans in Nashville. I created some fans. I met,
All
uh,
right.
yeah, we're a little sipping fest of having a little Bud Light downstairs
Oozing.
at the.
Okay.
Yeah. So big shout out to David Hanson, Angela, and Eric. We had a ball at a little loft place, and David Hanson had one of the most fascinating stories. He was the heir to like the bird's eye frozen vegetable farmers of California, but his father wouldn't let him have a penny yet. So he's penniless. Um,
So Bird's Eye,
but
the brand that the
Yeah,
oh wow.
yeah, whatever I don't know.
I've heard of it.
It's changed different
Okay.
things, but yeah, he could have been full of caca, but sure seemed like Eric kind of backed it up too. Anyway, Angela's believing it, so I believed it.
The Nashville stories are coming out. I
Yeah, the
can hear it
Nashville stories.
already.
Oh man, I had to get up the next day to go to a conference, and he was ready to have me down there on what's it not Market Street, what's the street,
Broadway.
Broadway.
Yeah.
And it was about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and I was about ready to go. No, dude, I am not doing it. I got to pay attention. I am going to bed. Thank you very much. Because I sent him a text the next day, and I really wanted to come and have him do an interview. He was all gun ho. Anyway, it has been a very good story. So, what say you?
Oh wow. Just the weather. I don't really follow the weather across the country, except we had that cold snap about a week ago across the whole country. It even got cold here. But man, it's been like 72 degrees all week and into the weekend. And I am enjoying not being up north. I tell you what, this is absolutely perfect to be middle end of November and still getting the 70-degree weather. What's it like over in Atlanta? You getting the
Oh yeah,
same?
it's just been yes,
Just perfect. Oh,
yeah, it's been perfect. But buckle up, it's coming. It's
yeah, yeah,
about 10
I'm
days.
sure.
It's it's supposed to be here we go.
Well, we're about to head off to the motherland next week on Tuesday, and yeah, we're preparing for 30-degree weather, so we know what's coming once we get up
Yeah,
to
we're headed
Ohio.
into the rain. We're back to the motherland tomorrow morning. Headed up for the
Oh man,
weddings.
it's gonna be freezing cold. Gonna try to work on that car. In the summer when I was up there, it was just hot, and I just needed a fan to cool off. Now my hands are gonna be frozen, so I'm not even sure how much
Are you
progress
indoors
I'm
or
gonna make.
outdoors when we're working on that thing?
It's indoors, so that
Okay.
should help. But yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a little nippy in there. So yeah, we'll see about that. But lots of driving. We got to drive to Ohio, which is 11 hours. And when we come back, we drive back, and then we're driving my mom back to Hilton Head, and then we're driving her to Florida and turning around on the same day. So 7.5 hours down and 7.5 hours. So we're going to have a 15-hour day on that Tuesday. And then we have to, like 2 days later, we close on our house and we've got to move her. So it's going to be a crazy, crazy.
15-hour day of driving.
That's after 11-hour day on Monday just to get back to Hilton Head. And then, yeah, 7.5 hours down, help her get her stuff out, and then hop back in the car. And yeah, another 7.5 hours back up.
You're insane.
That is nuts, isn't it?
That's nuts. I mean, you 15 hours driving, you will be insane.
I
And
know, I
after 11
know.
hours of driving.
Yeah, I know, I know. But this is her last hurrah down in Florida because she's selling the place down there, so she's going to spend about a month. So it
Oh,
was
really? She doesn't want to stay down there. She wants to stay in Ohio.
she's going to, I think so. And actually, she's thinking about maybe moving down this way, or at least getting a place for the winter down in Hilton Head area. So
Okay.
we'll see. Yeah, maybe
That's
not.
probably a better idea.
That's a better idea, just from
Right.
getting her up and back. It'd be a lot easier on us
Right.
for sure.
Yeah, that's a better idea.
Yeah,
So then you can swap places, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Having somebody to keep an eye. Yep.
yeah, yeah. Yep. So that's what's going on here. How about you? You got a big rant coming up for us, or you
I don't have
yeah.
anything.
All right.
I didn't have anything this weekend.
All right.
Yeah, big thanks though for all our fans out in Portland, Georgia, Alabama, Ohio, and thanks to all always our Sweeney's guys. We'll hope you'll probably see them up there at the Thanksgiving. You probably show up there one night, I gotta imagine.
Gonna try. Yeah, we'll see. Probably
I won't
Wednesday
make it.
night. Yeah.
We're booked the whole entire time. We've got a
Mm,
Friday night dinner and then Saturday's the whole wedding. We will not be able
mm.
to and flying out on Sunday. And then we've got a team dinner Sunday night with my we're doing our holiday dinner as soon as we get back.
Oh,
Hopefully all
well.
the airlines cooperate.
Well, yeah. I mean, are the flights normalized now? Because I know
There's
everything's.
only about 2% that are cut now. Yeah, we're good.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
So around the horn, you what are you thinking about the Buckeye curse? So this
Yeah.
podcast we're a little Buckeye heavy.
Right.
I'm a person. I'm like superstitious, so I hate talking about it. By the way, I have my new one commute sanctioned. I don't know if you can read the back of that. If you can see the top there,
We
it's
see.
the
I can't read it. I see Herb Street. And I can't see what's above it.
it says one commute Herb Street Buckeye jersey.
Oh, there you go. You got a partnership with Herb Street. All right. That's a
It's my
$5 million
NIL
a
Herb
year
Street.
partnership.
I'm sure Herb Street, when he would see it, probably go, "Yeah, right, bud. Come on." You remember seeing him down there with Barb
Oh yeah,
in the
we got
middle of the
video.
crowd. Yeah,
Absolutely.
still
Good
have that
video on
video.
that.
The nicest man out there. I just
Yeah,
love
he
Herb
is.
Street. Yep.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, so let's not talk about that anymore because I'm kind of feeling it. I'm not really superstitious, but I am a little stitious, as Michael Scott from The Office would say. I'm a little stitious.
Well, all
Yeah.
I say is the Stitious better. There's two boys that are going to be sitting out of this next game. Better show up in that game. By the name of Smith and Tate.
Yeah.
Better been resting those hammies and getting better be ready to fire them up to be catching some long balls in that game.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Well, so moving on from the superstitions, my bungles, we'll talk about them for like a second because they're saying or they're indicating that maybe Joe Burrow is going to come back and maybe even play this weekend, which is moronic. Your franchise, you pay this guy $54 million a year. You're 3-7, you're toast. Your defense is the worst defense almost in NFL history. It's not been the offense's problem. So why would you risk injuring your franchise quarterback? That's the most Bengal thing to ever do is if they end up doing that. That's just nuts to me. That's why they are who they
Hey,
are.
every
It's
owner says if I got a shot with that guy being in there, I'm going to do it. He's got 6 months to recover. I'm going to play him.
it's the head coach. Like he's gonna get fired. He's like, hey, I need Burrow in here so I can win some games. Maybe they won't fire me. It's ridiculous. So that's kind of the stupid part of the Bengals. But I just saw that Ken Anderson made it to the finals of the Hall of Fame consideration from I guess it's the veterans. After 25 years, you're eligible
That
for
dude
the
should be in the Hall of Fame, just like Pete Rose
absolutely,
should be in the Hall of Fame.
absolutely. So let's hope
Just
fingers and toes crossed he
just like
gets
the
it.
Braves guy. What's the guy here in the Braves?
Dale Murphy,
Dale Murphy should be in the Hall
yeah,
of Fame.
I agree. Both. So I don't know when they decide that, but I saw that was good. We talked about that in one of our very first podcasts last year with Jim Prude. He talked about all the mathematics that his class did to prove that he was worthy of Hall of Fame. So hopefully it'll pay off here this year.
What do you think about the coaching carousel now we got going on in the college football world? Talk about what a broken nightmare of a system. And
Unbelievable.
nobody seems to I personally love the chaos because my team's not involved in the chaos. If my
Right.
team was involved in the
Yeah.
chaos, we'd be screaming bloody murder. But I'm
Right.
not. It's fun watching from afar, especially when it involves Lane Kiffin, because he's
Yeah.
the master of chaos
Yeah.
and he's the best at the. And I think he's purposely causing the chaos to point out the chaos. And I hope he stays at Ole Miss, but I don't think he is at this point. I think he is pointing out the chaos because they need to change it. and figure out a rule here. They gotta make some changes.
Do you want to hear the rumor that I read about today, which is mind blowing? And I'm like, that's ridiculous. But then you think about it and you go, wow, it's maybe not that ridiculous. But there's a rumor, whether it's made up by some Penn State fan or somebody who really knows, that Penn State and Kalen DeBoer are is mutual interest.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
And
I heard this same
yeah,
rumor. Yeah.
and Lane Kiffin is dragging this out because he wants the Alabama job. And so he's hoping that maybe that happens before he commits to Florida or LSU or wherever he goes. He doesn't want to.
What kind of insanity would Caleb DeBoer want to get out of Alabama to go to
I
Penn
don't
State?
know
Why?
if it's the pressure of following Saban. He could go to Penn State and he probably would be a hero up there to those people at this stage.
Yeah,
But
but Alabama,
I
you
know,
got everything.
I
It's
know,
everything.
I
I
know. I don't understand it, and I don't
because
think it's
I
real.
mean, Penn
But
State certainly, it's an awesome place. There's no
yeah,
question about it. But
right.
there's no less pressure at Penn State than there is at
I
Alabama.
wouldn't think so, but they let Franklin go for I don't know,
And
dozen
I
years.
I might argue the Penn State people are a little more pissier than the Alabama folks.
I don't know about that. I think that probably the Alabama folks could probably hang with anybody in pissiness. But
Yeah, yeah,
same as Ohio
the
State fans too. I'm
Alabama
not
folks were known to go kill a tree at some place.
exactly.
A former highway patrolman.
I think all of those fan bases are all nuts anyway. So Penn State, Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, and
Oh
all
gosh,
the
yeah,
Georgia, all of them
yeah,
are got
nuts.
nuts in their fan
Tennessee,
bases.
nuts.
Tennessee, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think at this point, Penn State realizes that they're kind of hosed in terms of getting like a name coach. So getting DeBoer would be like a grand slam for them. So I understand where they would be motivated. But yeah, DeBoer, I mean, to leave Alabama, clearly one of the top two or three jobs in all of college football. Maybe he feels like the pressure would be slightly less at Penn State. I'm not sure, but
All right,
I
in
don't
your
know.
opinion, is Florida a better job than Ole Miss
I think you
at
have
this
to
point?
say, well, I mean, Kiffin has Ole Miss is a much better program, but that's because of one guy. I think if you look at Ole Miss kind of being over there isolated and not having a lot of talent in state and not having the big dollars, Florida has all of those things. They just haven't gotten the right coach in there. So I think Florida is clearly the better job.
All right,
Kiff
LSU versus Ole Miss.
LSU is by far better than Ole Miss. But not at this moment because of Kiffin. That's why those two schools fired their coaches. They're kind of down. But I mean, just the infrastructure at those two places is just better. It just is
Yeah,
than Ole
he
Miss.
came out and said that in his little speech a couple weeks ago, and I don't know if you ever cut that clip.
I
Um,
didn't watch the clip. I saw some of his text from his comments, and yeah,
it,
he was
it was a great clip, and he was factual. It was he was
yeah,
right on.
yeah,
Um, yeah, and he's trying to make it easy on the Ole Miss. He's stating the facts. Here's what the facts are,
right.
and the facts are there's a lot more players in Louisiana. There's a lot more players in
Mhm.
Florida. They're closer to talent. I would probably argue to say that all three probably have a similar NIL capability, probably. But I
Yeah,
gotta
I don't
say,
know.
the talent level to be able to recruit to those other two schools far
Louis,
outweigh Ole Miss.
Louisiana, LSU's got that state to itself, and it is loaded with NFL
Loaded. Yeah.
talent and D-line talent. Florida obviously is one of the top two states in the country for talent. So, and Ole Miss and Mississippi just doesn't have that. There's no way around it. And a lot of kids just don't want to go there. So it's just more of a challenge. He's done a remarkable job given all those handicaps. It'll be interesting. So yeah, let's see how it all shakes out. It's going to be wild, and at some point there has to be some amount of sanity that's injected into this process.
Right. They have to move dates or they have to lock it
Yeah,
down and you can't make I don't know what the rule is.
I don't either.
Right. I don't have the answer. The answer is they got to put some board in place to stop all this chaos. But when it's
Yeah,
not my team, sure fun to watch.
I agree with you there for sure.
All right, on to the next segment here. Parenting in the 80s versus now. I really love this topic, and I'll say it a little bit ahead of time. Before I begin here, kids, my kids, earmuffs, earmuffs. But that's the first thing. And then the next thing I'm going to say is my wife is going to love listening to this segment because she's the general and the drill sergeant in our household. I love you, sweetie, but
Yeah,
the drill sergeant, she loves that title, by the way.
she does. Nice.
So, what do you say, Panda?
Well, it just occurred to me. I was just thinking of topics, and I'm like, the way we parented, and of course, Jill was the general of our house too. We didn't call her drill sergeant, but I think she would actually enjoy that title as well. But it's just the differences in parenting from when we grew up to when we became parents and started parenting our kids. A lot of it was due to technology, kind of had an influence, and the advent of digital and the expansion of cable TV and stuff like that. But a lot of it didn't have anything to do with that. So I started thinking like, what was different? And one of the things that we did, my brother and I, that I don't think anybody would allow. And we were, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 years old. We would get home from school, what, about 2:30 or something? And my parents didn't get home from work until whatever, right? 5. And so we were at our house for 2, 3 hours by ourselves as barely teenagers, right? And that would, if somebody did that in your neighborhood today, they probably would come arrest the parents. It's just like that, but that was normal. I mean, almost every kid grew up that way
Yeah.
back
That's
then.
funny you say that. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I felt like me as a kid. So you were kind of fortunate. You had a built-in playmate. I
Yeah,
didn't have that. My brother and I are 9 years apart. We're
yeah,
pretty much a generation apart.
yeah,
So, by the time, I was growing up, we really didn't grow up together. I was the babysitter cut, but I
yeah,
was
yeah.
pretty much on my own soon as I was, he was of age, I was gone. And, but, me growing up as a kid, man, I felt like I was grounded all the time.
Grounding was big back then. Yes,
Oh
we got
my
grounded all the
goodness. I
time.
mean, we constantly, with friends like Dave Heil and Parmeter,
Oh,
we constantly were doing stuff, stupid crap. Like we took inner tubes and went on the Hocking River, and my mom said, "No, you're not allowed doing that." And of course, we did it, and we didn't get caught. But his sister found out we did it, and she's, it's you what they
oh,
did. They were on the inner tubes on the Hocking River. What?
ratted you out.
Ratted us out.
Really?
It's just all
Oh.
the time stupid crap, and it wasn't even fun. It was, the hockey was terrible.
The Hocking River is not
Right,
exactly a
right.
calling it a river is very generous.
Yeah, it was 6 inches deep. We went down there, and went, this is stupid, and threw him out the side of the. But we did stupid stuff like that, and of all the time. But the growing up part was making mistakes all the time, but it taught you, you not to make mistakes, right? How to not do things wrong. I think that taught a lot. Not, and we didn't make bad mistakes. We were just um, doing boy dumb stuff.
Yeah.
You know, jumping off, jumping off into the water, the rocks. Off 50 feet. It's stupid. Climbing up the side of a mountain, dumb, dumb, dumb. Dumb. It's just swinging on the rope on trees and jumping out into water, swimming in ponds.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, did you ever, when you were maybe even a little bit younger, did you have like a group of kids in your neighborhood that you would either ride bikes or you go down a field and play wiffle ball or
All the time.
football? Yeah. And
Oh
so,
yeah, all the baseball, yes, wiffle ball, football,
yeah,
tennis. We
din-
had tennis courts over there. Basketball,
din-
all the time.
dinner time was mom coming out onto the porch and yelling our names, time for supper. And now today it's just a text. Yeah, you get a
Yeah,
text,
it was
time to go home.
was actually when it was getting dark, or
Oh
a,
yeah,
a
dark. Yeah.
call. Usually, we were one of the friends that either one of the parents' houses was we were eating lunch like peanut butter and jelly at one of the friends' houses. There was a lunch. Whoever house you were at, one of the parents were feeding you lunch.
Yep. All the time.
Whichever house you were landing up at.
All the time. You're right. That's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one. Yeah. Did you get spanked a lot?
No, I didn't get to the level of that, but one time, yeah, only one time I was teasing my cousin, and I didn't elevate to that level very much. It only took Dad one time. I go, I don't think I want that
I don't
one.
like that.
I don't like that. I'm not gonna do that one.
And my brother and I, we got spanked. I don't really know how many times. It's probably in your mind. It's probably a lot more than it actually was, but it felt like we got spanked about once a quarter. And I could count on one hand the number of times I spanked my kids. So I think it just that was a thing back then that isn't so much these days. So that was the other thing that kind of jumped
Yeah, I
out.
think I only had one time with Stone. One time. We do his was just when he was like with the threes when they were three, both of them when
Oh
they're
yeah,
three.
yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
sitting in the car for a couple minutes, let them cry for a while. And, man, it was always somewhere at a restaurant or at a mall or wherever or a store doing something they shouldn't be doing. But so I mean, really, our parents around here always ask us, what do you guys do? Your kids are so good, and that you've heard us say this. So Barb had three simple rules. And I go, it's a real easy equation. Until they're 12, get them to bed by 7 o'clock. Second thing is have them do their own laundry. Third thing is uh, it's our rules, not their rules. It's our rules. It's and if they have a suggestion, it's still our rules. We might listen to a suggestion. It's pretty simple, but as they grow along, I think the other thing is structure. With our kids were sports, your kids were sports, and that's a
Hmm.
big deal.
Yeah, it is.
A big deal. I once I read an article about one time, and one of the things in the article said is one of the other big things is one of the biggest things is your parents' friends was one of the most important factors that
Mm.
which is family, but also the structure because your parents' friends are also the ones that influence your kids by your kids will
Hmm.
listen to them rather than
Yeah,
you
right,
because your parents, they don't want to listen to them, but they'll listen to
right.
another person guide
That's
them into the direction. And could be a family member. And I went, oh, that's pretty good.
that is good. I hadn't thought about that, but you're
Yeah.
100% right. That's
Yep.
really
And I've
important.
thought through that with our kids, and you go, wow. Even us in our family vacations,
Yeah.
we surrounding, and that's so true. With all of our friends' parents have been strong, good,
Mm. Yeah.
same the way we parent
Yeah.
our kids. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next segment. So, here's another topic that I thought what's different in terms of kind of our social outlets that we used back then versus maybe what's happening today, but really focusing on, we didn't have social media, we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have, really cable TV very much at all. So we had to find our social avenues differently than they do today. And so what are the ones that jump into your brain?
I didn't look at it. I tried, I just tried to look at your top topic and not look at the. I tried
Mm,
to hide the eyes, and so
mm,
I only saw the McDonald's one. So I so what jumped into my mind was we did the social outlets we did a lot were parks. We did a
oh
lot
yeah.
Rising Park,
Oh
so
yeah.
driving through the
Yeah.
park all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And late night we'd climb the mountain and sit on top of the mountain a lot of times. We would do a lot of parks, and over by our house on the west side, we also had a park way out that was a mountain. We used to climb up that mountain too
Hmm.
a lot. And then what was that place with the bridge? Rockmill Falls was it?
Rockmill, yeah,
Rockmill, yeah.
yeah,
Go out there a lot too. Uh, at, yeah. And the other one was just driving and getting lost. Man,
yeah.
God bless. You know what's funny about the driving and getting lost? My daughter does that. She does that quite frequently.
Really?
Yeah, I found she goes up North Georgia mountains
Hmm.
and she does it with her boyfriend. They just will drive in South Carolina, go out and get lost and go find some place to eat. And I went,
Huh.
oh, that's pretty interesting. Still
It
goes
is.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Pass down the genes.
yeah.
Yeah, I did most of those things as well. Obviously, Rising Park. Now you can't even drive through there anymore. They've
No,
closed
it's all
off the
blocked
loop.
off.
Yeah, it's
Stinks.
such a
Yeah.
bummer. But the mall was a big spot. Malls are pretty much dead these days. But you know,
Except for Avalon. They hear that one's still
well, I guess
frequent.
yeah, Avalon is now. I was thinking
That's the
indoor
outlier.
mall. Yeah,
Yeah.
the outdoor malls have kind of taken over, and so same concept. Yeah, you're right. The indoor malls are pretty much dying off. But yeah, McDonald's was like the spot you go to find out where the party was, and that we'd have parties in fields a lot. There'd be somebody just had a field and just would charge $5 or probably $2 to come into their little party in a field. So that happened a
A
lot,
lot.
a lot.
A lot.
We go to the playground a lot. Honestly, that was like particularly when you're younger, I'd spend a lot of time at just the playground, meeting up with friends. You don't do that as much these days with the kids. The other one was big once you got able to drive is the drive-in movies. I don't even know if we watch the movies that often, but you just go in there, you have all these people, some people will be in the trunk and you let them out of the trunk, and then you would just stand like most people, the normal people would go in their car, stick the thing on their door so you could hear the movie, and then you have your movie with your date or whatever. But when you go there with a group, you just stand outside and you're just a row of people and just watching the movie, and you could kind of hear it from all the cars. You could kind of hear what was going on. I remember watching Rambo, one of the
Rambo.
Rambo movies out there, the sky view, just standing out there with like 40 people out there. Because
Did
there's
that
nights
all
to,
the time.
oh
Yep.
yeah, there's
All the time.
nothing else to do. One that I thought about you is like skipping school. I'm not really,
Oh, good God. You said I just read that. I thought, oh my good. We had a journalism. I figured this game out in the sophomore year. I took journalism. I don't know why I did. I took this journalism class, and I figured out early on that they wanted to sell ads. And I go, well, to sell ads, you got to go visit the people. And she goes, oh yeah, I'll write you a pass. I went, what?
ooh, hello.
Sophomore year. So I get a rough pass. You leave school and you go, man, that was 3 years of school.
3 years, you sold two ads.
I swear to God, I sold an ad a year, but I was gone. I don't know, 3 days a week for 2 hours. Oh man, that was like a gem of figuring. If anything in my career was figuring out how to beat the system. That's I can if I ever have anything of a passion is how do you get around that? I know it's
Yeah.
just yeah, I know it's just the first start.
I unfortunately never figured that out. So I've always been jealous every time you talk about that.
Oh, good
Missed
God. It
out.
started out with Danny Heim. Danny Heim and I were the first ones to
Oh,
figure that stuff out.
that's
You
classic.
remember Danny?
I do.
He was a
Absolutely.
very funny kid too.
He was. He was. Man, haven't heard that name in forever. But
Yeah,
yes,
me
I remember
neither.
him.
He went into the
Yeah.
army. I never know what happened to him.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. The other one that I remember very is I don't know if you were part of this a little bit was breaking into the country club and going swimming at midnight.
I did that
I
a couple
mean,
times, but
I
yeah.
mean that was a ritual pretty much every weekend in the summer. I mean, probably the better part of 4 years, uh,
I
and never getting busted. I mean, never.
Yeah, I think I did it like 3 times, and I think I was older. I think it was probably like college years for me. So I don't even think I did it during high school. Yeah, that was That was for me. I'm not a rule breaker, so I was like, "What? What are we doing here? Climbing this fence, going into the pool? It's not right." But I did it, and yeah, never got
Yeah,
caught.
yeah, yeah. We they would yeah. It Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, those were the social outlets. I'm not sure what the social outlets of today are, but I think the so
It's
one more. We played a lot of poker.
poker, really?
Yeah, we played a lot of poker. Yeah, there was a lot of poker
Oh,
played. Brad Fuller was a big one. We played over Fuller's house
oh,
and Parmiter's house, and then later on during when we got a little older over at Floyd's,
oh yeah, I did that. Yeah,
but
I
not
don't
in
think
high
I.
school.
No, I didn't do any high school
Oh
poker.
yeah, we did yeah, actually I went over at his mom's house,
Hmm.
played a little bit, and a little thing called quarters.
Yeah, I remember that.
Ugh.
I remember that. Ah, dangerous. All right. I think we covered that one. Let's move on before we get down into the beer drinking rabbit hole. Next segment. So here's I think a fun one. This brought back lots of memories just thinking about this.
Ah.
But what were your favorite 80s commercials? And there were a ton of them, an absolute ton of commercials that were just iconic in the 80s. So any jump out at you immediately that you recall?
So let's go one. You all do one. You do
Okay,
one.
yeah, there you go.
Where's the beef?
Oh, Claire Peller, Wendy's.
Well, me
Uh,
still on this.
oh,
Where's the beef? Hey,
where's the beef?
I
Oh
was
my
working with
God.
those guys. I was working there at that time, and that was just where's the beef?
How did that actually take off? I mean, she was for like 3 or 4 years. That was it for Wendy's. She was their
Yes,
mascot or whatever you want
I'm
to call
surprised
it.
they don't bring it back because that's just an iconic commercial.
It was. Oh, I love that one. Okay. One of my favorites, because I love this cereal. We did a cereal episode last year, but it's Life Cereal. That commercial with Mikey.
Oh, is the
Hey,
I love that. I love that one. It's
he won't
yes.
eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey,
Hey,
Mikey.
Mikey.
Oh, what a good commercial. Yeah. They should bring that one back too.
So this one goes a little pre 80s. This actually
Okay.
goes into the 70s. I'd like to teach the world to sing
Oh,
in
yeah.
perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and me, man. I forget the rest of it, but oh
That's
man.
great branding right there. That
At
that was
Christmas
iconic.
time, I mean, I
Oh
got
yeah.
chills right now.
I know it.
That
Oh,
song, I love that. And hearing that commercial all the time, I love that commercial.
that is a
Coca-Cola needs to bring that
classic.
back all the time.
All-time classic, without a
Yep.
doubt. Without a doubt. And it was in the 80s too. I mean, it started in the 70s, but I think they were even running it into the 80s because it was so iconic. Oh, great
Yep.
one. How about Tastes Great, Last
Ah,
Filling? Tastes great, last filling, and then
I
be going
love
at
that
it.
commercial. Yeah, that's another one they need to bring back. I don't think they're allowed doing that one anymore. That one was just awesome.
That was so many
Yes.
versions of that one. Oh, that was throughout the 80s. Love that one.
So
What do you
me,
got?
I grew up as a Steelers fan, and the when they pulled out Mean Joe Green, and
Oh,
he traded his jersey for a Coca-Cola inside of the tunnel to the kid, some young kid, and they traded a Coke. Hey, Mister, that commercial just made you like tears in your eyes of watching Mean
yeah.
Joe Green trade him. That was just an awesome. Look at Coca-Cola; they really did some good branding back in the day.
They sure did. Another one. Oh
It was a
God, that was
really
good.
good commercial.
And
Yep.
I freaking hated the Steelers, but that commercial grabbed you every time. That was
Every
so well
Yep.
done. All right, this one, I don't know if this was really more of an Ohio thing or if it was national, but hey, Culligan man. Remember
I
that
love that
guy?
commercial. Hey, Collier man. Yeah, I don't know if that was
Oh,
national.
I
That was a
don't
great
either.
commercial.
It was all over Ohio all the time. Oh, yeah, I don't even know what Culligan is, a water system, so I don't know, it was hot water heaters and stuff, whatever, but it was all over the TV. What do you got?
I
What's next?
I think this was an 80s commercial, but it's a McDonald's classic. I think this was 80s. It was Michael Jordan and Larry Bird playing the legendary game
Oh,
of
of
horse
horse? Yeah.
when they were doing it from the side. Then they do it when they did the commercial from the rafters, and
Yes.
they that commercial with those
That
two
was good.
legendary best. I That was just one of my favorite all time commercials. Love that commercial.
That was awesome. I like that one. How about I'm a pepper, you're a pepper.
Ah,
Wouldn't you want to
oh
be a pepper
yeah, that's
too?
a good
Be a
one.
pepper, drink Dr.
Dr.
Pepper.
Pepper, that's a good one. Yes. I love that one. I didn't see that one. That's a good one. Now, I can't remember the line, but I remember the commercials. I couldn't remember a line from it. The Joe Isuzu, the liar salesman.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Remember
Yes.
the Joe Isuzu guy?
Yes. Yes.
Wow, I can't remember any of the lines
Yeah, I
though.
can't either, but I remember that guy. Oh my God. Yes.
I love those commercials. You
Oh,
would
those are
kind of
good.
go, wait for the next one. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I would always go, I would never want to buy one of those cars, but
Oh my gosh, that's a good one. Let's see. I'm looking. Okay. This was for I think it was for Chrysler cars. Ricardo, I think it was Ricardo Montalban. He would talk about these cars and he would talk about the fine Corinthian leather of the
I know
seats.
which one you're talking about. You're going, wow.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. I remember
Corinthian
that car.
leather. Okay, I don't know what Corinthian leather is, but that for whatever reason that stuck in my head. What about you? What do you got? Let's do at least one more each here.
I got two more.
Okay, good.
Two all beef patties, special sauce, pickles,
Let's lettuce,
fish
cheese,
sauce,
pickles,
onions,
onions
lettuce,
on
cheese
it,
on it,
sesame
spicy
seed bun.
bun. McDonald's, another great, that one goes into your head all day, all the time.
Dude, you're a Coke and McDonald's man. You were
Yes, processed food galore, right?
they got you. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see. I had a couple others. I'm not going to say this one because it's kind of a sissy one. How about, oh, it's time to make the donuts. That was a
Oh
classic.
yeah, I love that. It's time to make the donuts. That's and still carries on. It's
Yeah,
that's like a phrase. It's like go fax something,
yeah,
Kleenex.
yeah,
And we say that that's almost a household saying. It said when you're going to get up in the morning.
yeah.
My baloney has a first name,
Oh, it's OSCAR.
CAR. My baloney has a second name, MAYER.
MAYER. You love to eat it every day. And if
Yay.
you ask me
That's
while I'll
what I'll
say
say.
it's Oscar
Oscar
Mayer
Mayer
has a
has
way
a
with
way with it.
BOLOGNA. Holy
Yeah.
crap, I can't believe I remember that. Oh, wow. That was a
That's a
good
good
one.
one.
God, that's a good one. What was the one more? Let's see. Oh, okay. Don't squeeze the Charmin. Remember that?
Yes. Yeah,
That
yeah,
commercial?
yeah.
Yeah. That was on all the time.
All the time.
That annoying old
Spe-
man or the lady
Especially
or
during the
whatever.
daytime. It was on the soap opera
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it
If you were
was.
sick at home, you're going to see that commercial 100 times.
Yeah. Any more?
Nope.
All right. I think we covered that off.
Well, it's this time of the year, and we got about another what? Almost what are we? About a week away.
Yep.
Thanksgiving, and we have back in the 70s and 80s. Pretty much, it's about the same type of Thanksgivings, except for our grandparents. We go to our grandparents' houses, and then we go to our parents' houses, and now we're making the dishes and soon enough, our kids are going to be making the dishes, and we'll be going to our kids' houses, and we're not too far away from that. But I can go back and think about what my favorite dishes going to grandparents' houses, and now kind of going into what are my current favorite dishes. So, Andy, what can you think back into? What was your favorite dishes back in the 70s or 80s, and what do you think about today? What's the things that you loved?
Oh. So I think I've mentioned in the past, we went away from like Turkey and went to the Montgomery Inn ribs, about 6 or 8 years ago. But the sides haven't changed. Still love them. So my mom used to make, she called it a corn casserole.
Ooh.
So if you've ever not had it, but it almost solidified. It was corn, and there's probably a lot of sugar, corn starch in there, and it was held together, and it was just very sweet, and that was my always my favorite by far. But the others are obviously mashed potatoes, but I like scalloped potatoes. And at my grandparents' farm, they used to make homemade noodles. So we'd have chicken and noodles to stick over the mashed
Ooh.
potatoes. And they were the
Oh.
big, thick noodles with the pulled chicken over the mashed potatoes. Oh my gosh, that was so, so good. That I would literally get a plate with just a pile of mashed potatoes and just put the chicken noodles over it, and that would be my one of my rounds of my food. So that was definitely my favorite. What about you?
So when we went back on my mom's side of the family, and there were 6 kids on that side of the family, and then they also invited the preacher of the church. So when we would show up there, there were just cousins everywhere. It was just packed in this little house, and the dining room. I mean, there were chairs everywhere. It was packed in this house. But they made a crap ton of food. So I mean, the turkey, I can't remember how many pounds. Whatever, it's a 28-pound turkey. It was just huge. And everybody was back in there, and so my memories of that, the turkey was always moist, delicious. The mashed. I always remember the homemade gravy. I don't know how my grandmother did it.
Mm,
That homemade gravy she made
mm,
was just the best.
yeah.
Those are the things I remember, the turkey and the mashed potatoes back in the day. And then my dad, whatever reason, he made the best homemade pies. So he would always take the homemade pies, whether it was cherry, lemon meringue. He did really good homemade pies back in the day. And for whatever reason, well, I don't remember, an uncle or somebody made the best homemade eggnog. I don't just
Oh yeah. Oh,
well, one of the years, one of the feisty cousins spiked the eggnog,
oops.
and the father, not the father, the uh, preacher of the church, got into the eggnog, and
No.
nobody told him, and
Oh
he
no.
was not a drinker.
Oh no.
He got a little hammered at the, I'm
Father, what are you
watching it.
doing
I'm
on the
watching everything
floor?
unravel. I went, ooh, I knew. I didn't have any of it, but wait, better let him drive home anyway. But I think today though, we've come something new. We go to a local barbecue queue, and we get these sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on them for our
Mm.
Thanksgiving as a side. And those things are, oh my God. And Chloe makes this 7 cheese macaroni and cheese that is just fantastic.
Oh,
Barb makes a mean pecan pie. I love that. And she makes a stuffing ball that's different than regular stuffing. It's something from like a Pennsylvania thing that's really good.
mm. You had
And
you had
then,
me at pecan pie.
oh, the pecan pie is really good. Yes. And I also like broccoli for some reason at Thanksgiving, but it's a broccoli casserole. I know you don't
Mm.
like that, but
No,
yummy, yummy, yummy. Can't wait. We're right around the
more
corner.
more for you.
All right, I think you got this.
All
This
right.
is Stump Wheels week, right?
Yeah, it is. Yep. I was on the spot last time, and now it's going to be back on you. I think I made this somewhat easy. It's a very funny movie from the very late 80s. You've definitely seen it. So I got 3 quotes. Hopefully, I think one of them's going to totally give it away. So I think not going to be too hard on you. So there you go. First quote. This guy threw at his own kid in a father-son game. That one's not the best quote in terms of
Oh, I know the movie. I've heard that one.
okay, here we go. Second one's definitely gonna, I think, get it for you. Forget about the curveball, Ricky. Give him the heater.
Yeah, I know it. I mean, it's a Will
Okay.
Ferrell movie.
No. Hey, don't worry, kid. They don't cut anybody on the first day.
It's got to be Major League.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well done. Very
Yeah, yeah,
well
yeah. I
done.
love that movie.
Oh,
Right?
it's such
We've
a
only
good
watched it a
movie.
thousand times, right?
Yeah. It was so
Yeah.
hard to do the quotes that it just didn't totally give it away, but I had
Right.
to make it so you had a reasonable shot at it. So
Yeah.
yeah, well done. Well
I've been wanting to
played.
do that movie with you too, but we all know every line in there.
Yeah.
Frank to Bean, Frank to Bean. That gives that movie away.
You did.
Well, everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and please go check out Red Wheels Panda on TikTok. Everybody seems to be following us out there. It is the fastest growing watched social media outlet out there, and we thank you very much.
Yeah. Great show. Catch you after the holiday.
See ya.
See ya.